Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over a topic that I hope brings a lot of help and advice to a lot of the especially younger audience out there. But as a recruiter, I deal with a lot of say 20 to 30 year olds in the market that are looking to change jobs. Sometimes they are just purely looking to change jobs so that they can get more money, so that it can help them get on the property ladder that bit quicker or make their first step onto the property ladder. So I'm going to be giving out a bit of advice today that I was given back in the day that helped me out massively, and hopefully, you know, for the young audience that I have out there and for the young audience that I deal with in the recruitment market, hopefully this helps them greatly. But one of the main things I think you can do to start off with in terms of getting on the property ladder is working out how much you can afford. So say, you know, you go onto a mortgage calculator online, you can go onto, you know, most banking websites and there'll be a mortgage calculator on there in terms of, you know, what you want to put down as a deposit and then what you're going to be able to be given, what you're going to be able to be lent as a mortgage as well. So you put in there your salaries, the deposit you're looking to put down and the purchase price of the property that you want to hope to achieve. There's also affordability calculators out there. So if for instance you're buying with a partner and you earn 28k and your partner earns 35k, then there's affordability calculators that will work that out for you as well. But once you have your sights set on a certain house, a certain price bracket, shall we say it's 300k for instance, you want to buy a house or a flat and it's around the 300k mark, most mortgages will quite happily do 90% loan to value, so meaning you need to put down 10%, and I would always recommend putting 10% down minimum. There is some 100% mortgages floating about. I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole, quite honestly. I'd say you always want a bit of equity in your property, so you want to be putting down 10%, so that's going to be about 30k. If you're looking for a 300k property, you're going to be needing to put down about 30k. So what is the best way to save up this 30k? Well, this is the main bit of advice now that I got given when I was younger, and it helped me massively. But what you want to do is you want to set up an easy access ISA or a current account, and whatever it costs to afford and run the house that you're looking to buy, you want to basically pretend to pay the mortgage. You want to act like you've already got the mortgage, act like you've already got the home, and start putting that money that it costs to run the place aside into a bank account every month. So take into consideration the mortgage, the repayments on that, how much is that going to cost, take into consideration council tax, take into consideration the energy bills, gas, electric, anything that is going to help you, well, anything that you need that's essential to running that house. You're going to want to total all of that up, and then you're going to want to put it to one side in a current account or an easy access ISA, whatever you feel is best for you in that scenario. This is going to do two things. So one, it's going to build up discipline, because you know if you put that money away and you don't touch it, then you know you're disciplined enough firstly to be able to and responsible enough to get a property and not default on your payments, whether it's your mortgage or your energy bills, etc. So if you can act like you have a mortgage now, act like you have a home now, and each month you put all of that money aside into a bank account, it does two things. One, it builds up your deposit, so that 30k deposit that you need, that's going to build up very quickly if you're pretending to pay the mortgage. Obviously if you can put more into it then great, but you want to do that as an absolute minimum and you want to put it all in one pot. And then two, it's going to give you a very, very good idea of what you're left with each month. So once you've paid mortgage, energy bills, council tax, everything else, if you're left with £200 a month after all of that, you need to ask yourself, is £200 a month safe for me to get by? You know, have I got an emergency fund? Can I enjoy life? Because, you know, if you do max out on the mortgage that you're trying to get and then your energy bills that go with it are higher and higher, etc., then you need to ask yourself, you know, am I going to be able to live life, have a quality of life, or am I going to just be working just to repay this mortgage and repay the bills and council taxes associated with it? So that will be tremendously valuable, just that point alone, because you'll realise from that, actually, do you know what, based on this property price, I've only got £200 left a month, so actually I'm going to lower my expectations in terms of the property that you want to buy. So it might help you realise that actually, do you know what, I'm going to lower the expectations of the house that I want to buy, or actually, yes, I can do this, I've got, I don't know, 800, £1,000 a month spare, whatever is comfortable in your eyes, and I'm in a good position to do this. And then what you're going to do over time, as you consistently put this money away that you're pretending to pay the mortgage and bills with, that is going to build up and up and up and up as your deposit. And then very soon you're going to have a deposit made up of your sort of strictness and due diligence that you've done in terms of putting that money away. So that would be my two main strategies in terms of getting on the property ladder. Hope this has come across handy today. If you think someone needs to see this, then share it out there. If you can comment, like, that would be most appreciated. And if you want to see anything else, then drop it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Bye bye.